Hey there, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Lori, and on this channel, I cover all things digital planning, art, creativity, and productivity. If that sounds good to you, make sure you stick around. Today, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of my brand new product. It is a digital planner for the new puppy or dog owner. Now, I got my new puppy a couple years ago, and I did not have a product like this. I had an actual binder. I'll put a picture of it up right here. And I printed out everything, multiple pages, killed so many trees. It was a good tool for us as we were training and working with our new puppy, but having something in a digital format now that I'm addicted to digital planning, I think is so awesome. So I went ahead and put this together, and I've had some people testing it out. I've gotten really good feedback. So this is now live in my shop. The link is in the description below. And I'm going to give you a walkthrough so you can see all the different features of this planner. Here is the puppy planner. This is done in a vertical format, so we're going to use the iPad in this orientation. There's the cover page, and then we've got all of these tabs down the side that are hyperlinked to the different sections. First, we have the home and general info section. This has a page called Me and My Dog, which includes space for you to add all of your own information, as well as all the information on your dog, registration information, all of that good stuff. You also have a spot here to put a photo of your new puppy or dog. Next, we have some tips on preparing to get your new dog. A little checklist here, adoption day checklist. Again, none of this is by any means exhaustive. These are just some of my best tips from my experience and the research that I have done. This is a frequently used contacts list. This is a great place to keep all those important names and numbers, including your vet, an emergency vet, if you have a pet sitter or a dog walker, your dog's groomer, and then all the information on the breeder or the shelter where you got your dog. Also have a page on the routine that you start establishing with your new dog. This is really helpful, especially if other people are going to be caring for your dog at some point. You can take a screenshot of this and email it to them. So the dog getting up in the morning, when they go to bed, if they take any naps, especially puppies are gonna nap way more than you think. How many walks they take a day, where you keep your extra supplies, all the feeding information, medication, things that they like to play with, house rules, any other notes, things like that. If you are going to be traveling with your dog, here is a start on a checklist for that, as well as a dog first aid kit, a checklist starter for you. Again, as I note here, this falls into the category of stuff you hope that you never need, but it's definitely good to have it around just in case. Next, we have the Potty Log. Definitely going to use this a lot if you have a new puppy or a dog that you're bringing into your home. It has a spot for the date, time, pee or poop, and any notes that you need to make. There's only one of these in this section right now, but there is a blank one in the paper and template section that you can duplicate as many times as you need and just add it in behind this tab. Next, we have your food log. This includes date, time, amount, the type of food, and any notes that you need to add here. And I'm not gonna keep repeating myself as a broken record, but as you see as we go through here, any of these logs, I've only included one in the actual section, but they're all here in paper and templates, and you can make as many copies as you need them to add in. The training log includes date, time, the duration, how long you were working on it, the skill that you were working on with your dog, and any notes. Now, I included growth and grooming together, partially because I didn't want to make these tabs super tiny and wanted you to be able to read what they were, but they kind of can go together. The growth chart is just a spot for you to keep track of the weight of your dog as they age, and then any notes that you have here. For the grooming log, I've used these little icons here for the date. Rubber ducky is going to be bath time. The brush here is for just regular grooming, scissors for haircut, tooth for anytime you brush their teeth, and then the paw for when you or someone else trims their nails. Definitely recommend starting that early. We used one of those rotary filers for my dog's nails, and we started it when he was really young, just getting him used to the noise and the feel of vibration and things like that. He still doesn't love it, but it's not a horrible process to get his nails done every week at home rather than paying the money to have them done somewhere else. So that's a little pro tip that I recommend. For the vet log section, I actually have a few different things in here for you. As a new puppy owner, they are going to be getting a lot of vaccines in their first year. So this is a great spot to keep track of that, the date that it was given, as well as when it's due next, so you can put that reminder in your calendar. The vet appointment log and the vet visit log may seem like the same thing, but they are slightly different. This is basically just a spot to note upcoming appointments, the date, time, who the vet is, and then any notes that you want to remember before you go, so things that you want to talk to the vet about. And then the visit log is more for afterwards, so the date of the visit, who you saw, and then the symptoms and diagnosis and treatment, and any other notes as far as what actually occurred at the visit. So kind of a before and after snapshot. Then we have the medication log. There's a couple different ones in here. The first one is more for medications that they're going to be taking just for a set amount of time. If they have a particular illness or something like that, then those would go here. This also could work for something that they're going to be taking long-term if they have a chronic illness, and it's not like a preventative. I actually have a separate spot here for preventative care, so things like flea and tick medication or heartworm medication that they are going to be taking every month or every few months, depending on how often that medication gets taken. Next we have the paper and template section, and I said this has a blank page here. You can see in this planner I've done a little bit of a paper texture, so if there's something that you want to add to your puppy planner and you want to have a blank page that matches everything else, then you can just copy this and add that in. And then I have duplicates in here of all of the other logs and charts so that you can make as many copies as you need. The last section here is stickers, and I have a couple of sets of digital stickers in here. If you are using GoodNotes, there is a little bit of a bonus. If you grab your lasso tool here, all of these can actually be recolored because these were actually created in GoodNotes. So you can make these any color that you want. Match any aesthetic in the planner that you would like. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, I've included 2 different sets here in colors that go with the marble theme that we have. And then one more additional blank page for you to add any other stickers that you would like. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope it was helpful for you. If it was, please give me a like, a thumbs up down below. It really is going to help my channel out. And I hope to see you in the next video.